Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going on a journey, a time-traveling adventure back thousands of years. We're going to explore the fascinating story of the world's first cities. These weren't just slightly bigger villages. They were revolutionary hubs of innovation, culture, and, yes, sometimes even a bit of chaos. Think of it like this. Before there were cities, life was pretty small scale. Hunting, gathering, maybe some small-scale farming. But with the rise of cities, everything changed. People started specializing in different skills, trade routes developed, and society as we know it began to take shape. So get ready to delve into the past and uncover the secrets of these ancient urban centers. If you enjoy history deep dives like this one, be sure to give the video a like. Our story begins in Mesopotamia, a region located in what is now modern-day Iraq, nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. This area, often called the cradle of civilization, was the birthplace of agriculture, writing, and, of course, the very first cities. Imagine a landscape of fertile plains, fed by these two great rivers. It was a perfect place to settle down and grow crops, leading to a surplus of food. And that surplus, my friends, was the key ingredient for the urban revolution. Before cities, people had to spend most of their time finding food. But with agriculture providing a reliable food source, some people could pursue other things, like crafting pottery, building temples, or even governing the growing population. One of the earliest and most famous of these Mesopotamian cities was Uruk. Flourishing around 4500 BC, Uruk was a true marvel of its time. We're talking tens of thousands of residents, a massive population by ancient standards. The city was surrounded by massive walls built for protection and showcasing its power. At the heart of Uruk was the temple complex, dedicated to the city's patron goddess Inanna. This wasn't just a place of worship. It was also the center of economic and political life. Grain was stored here, taxes were collected here, and the city's rulers made their decisions here. Life in Uruk was a far cry from the simple farming villages that came before. People lived in mud brick houses clustered together along narrow streets. There were specialized craftsmen, skilled in pottery, metalworking, and weaving. Farmers brought their surplus crops to the city's markets, trading them for goods and services. Society was becoming increasingly complex, with different social classes and specialized roles. There were priests, scribes, soldiers, and merchants, each contributing to the city's vibrant economy. Think of it as a beehive, with each individual playing a crucial role in the success of the colony. But how did they keep track of all this trade and activity? The answer lies in one of the most groundbreaking inventions of all time: writing. In Uruk, we find some of the earliest examples of cuneiform, a system of writing using wedge-shaped marks pressed into clay tablets. These tablets were used to record everything from grain inventories to legal contracts. Cuneiform wasn't just a tool for record-keeping. It was a way to transmit knowledge and preserve stories for future generations. It's amazing to think that we can still read these ancient texts today, gaining insight into the lives and thoughts of the people who lived in Uruk. Uruk wasn't the only city in Mesopotamia, of course. Other important early cities included Ur, Kish, and Lagash. Each city had its own ruler, its own patron deity, and its own unique culture. These cities often competed with each other for resources and power, leading to frequent conflicts. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known works of literature, tells the story of a king of Uruk who goes on a series of adventures and battles. This epic gives us a glimpse into the worldview of the Mesopotamians, their beliefs about gods, heroes, and the meaning of life. The development of cities wasn't limited to Mesopotamia. Around the same time, in the Indus Valley, now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India, another civilization was flourishing. Their major cities included Harappa, and Mohenjo-Daro, which were remarkably advanced for their time. These cities boasted sophisticated urban planning, with grid-patterned streets, advanced drainage systems, and even indoor plumbing. Imagine that, running water and sewers thousands of years ago. The Indus Valley civilization was a true testament to human ingenuity and engineering prowess. Unlike Mesopotamia, where writing has been deciphered, the Indus script remains a mystery to this day. We found numerous seals and tablets with Indus script, but we haven't yet been able to crack the code. This makes it difficult to fully understand the society and culture of the Indus Valley civilization. What we do know is that they were skilled traders, with connections to Mesopotamia and other regions. They also had a strong emphasis on standardization, using uniform weights and measures throughout their vast territory. If you like the thrill of unsolved mysteries, what are your theories on the Indus script? Share them in the comments. While Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley are often considered the earliest examples of urban civilization, cities also emerged independently in other parts of the world. In Egypt, along the Nile River, cities like Memphis and Thebes grew into powerful centers of political and religious authority. The Egyptians were masters of monumental architecture, building massive pyramids, temples, and obelisks. These structures served not only as places of worship, but also as symbols of the pharaoh's power and divine status. The Nile River was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, providing water for irrigation and transportation. Egyptian cities were strategically located along the river, allowing them to control trade and communication. The Egyptians developed a sophisticated system of writing, hieroglyphics, which they used to record their history, beliefs, and scientific knowledge. They were also skilled mathematicians and astronomers, using their knowledge to predict floods and build their impressive structures. Their contributions to human civilization are truly remarkable. Another early urban center emerged in China, along the Yellow River. The Shang dynasty, which ruled from around 1600 to 1046 BC, established cities like Anyang, which served as political and religious capitals. The Shang dynasty was known for its bronze casting, its oracle bone divination, and its hierarchical social structure. The king was at the top, followed by nobles, priests, and warriors, with farmers and artisans at the bottom. Their cities were centers of royal power and ritual activity. The Chinese developed their own unique system of writing, which evolved into the characters used today. They also made significant advances in agriculture, developing irrigation techniques and crop rotation methods that allowed them to support a large population. The Shang dynasty laid the foundation for future Chinese civilizations, influencing everything from government and philosophy to art and technology. It's fascinating to see how these early Chinese cities shaped the course of history. Now let's consider some of the common features that characterized these early cities. First and foremost, they were centers of population density. People lived closer together in cities than they ever had before. This created new opportunities for social interaction and economic exchange, but it also presented new challenges, such as sanitation and disease control. Early cities also tended to be centers of specialization. Not everyone had to be a farmer anymore. Some people could focus on crafting tools, making pottery, or trading goods. This specialization led to increased productivity and innovation. Cities became hubs of creativity and technological advancement, driving progress in various fields. It's a perfect example of the power of collaboration and division of labor. Another key feature of early cities was their hierarchical social structure. There were often distinct social classes, with elites at the top and commoners at the bottom. Power and wealth were concentrated in the hands of a few, leading to social inequality. This inequality could create tensions and conflicts within the city, but it also provided a framework for organizing labor and resources. Early cities were also centers of religious and political power. Temples and palaces dominated the urban landscape, serving as symbols of authority and legitimacy. Rulers often claimed divine right, using religion to justify their power. The relationship between religion and politics was deeply intertwined in these early urban societies. It shaped everything from laws and customs to art and architecture. Of course, life in these early cities wasn't always easy. Overcrowding, pollution, and disease were constant challenges. Warfare was also a frequent threat, as cities competed with each other for resources and territory. Maintaining order and security was a major concern for city rulers. They had to build walls, organize armies, and establish laws to protect their citizens. Despite these challenges, the allure of city life proved irresistible to many. Cities offered opportunities for economic advancement, social mobility, and cultural enrichment. They were magnets for people seeking a better life. This constant influx of people fueled the growth and expansion of cities, transforming them into the vibrant and dynamic centers that we know today. The rise of cities had a profound impact on the environment. Deforestation, soil erosion, and water pollution became increasingly common as cities grew. The demand for resources put a strain on the surrounding ecosystems. This reminds us that even in ancient times, human activities had consequences for the natural world. It's a lesson that we still need to learn today. As cities grew larger and more complex, they required more sophisticated forms of governance. Early forms of government evolved from tribal leadership to more centralized systems of rule. Kings, priests, and councils of elders emerged as the primary decision-makers. They were responsible for maintaining order, collecting taxes, and organizing public works projects. This was the beginning of the state as we know it. If you are enjoying this content, consider subscribing for more insightful explorations into the past. The legacy of these early cities is still felt today. They laid the foundation for modern civilization, shaping our political systems, economic structures, and cultural values. Many of the technologies and innovations that we take for granted today, such as writing, mathematics, and engineering, originated in these ancient urban centers. We owe a great debt to the people who built and lived in these first cities. The study of early cities offers valuable insights into the human condition. It shows us how societies adapt and evolve in response to changing circumstances. It reminds us that we are all part of a long and continuous story, stretching back thousands of years. By understanding the past, we can gain a better understanding of the present and a clearer vision for the future. In conclusion, the story of the world's first cities is a story of human ingenuity, innovation, and resilience. It's a story of how people came together to create something new and extraordinary. These early cities were not perfect, but they were a crucial step in the development of human civilization. They paved the way for the world we live in today. From the mud brick houses of Uruk to the planned streets of Mohenjo-daro, these ancient urban centers offer a glimpse into the lives of our ancestors. They remind us that we are all connected by a shared human experience. Whether you're fascinated by ancient history, urban planning, or just the story of humanity itself, the study of early cities is sure to captivate and inspire. So the next time you're walking down a city street, take a moment to think about the long history of urban life. Remember the people who built the first cities and the challenges they faced. Appreciate the innovation and creativity that have shaped our urban landscapes. And consider what the future holds for our cities as we continue to grapple with the challenges of population growth, environmental sustainability, and social inequality. Exploring these ancient cities gives us perspective. It allows us to consider what it means to live in community, what it takes to organize society, and what our values are. Are we still striving toward the same things those ancient civilizations were? Stability, prosperity, and a meaningful life? Thinking about these questions encourages us to contemplate our present and what we want our future to look like. The story of the first cities is a continuous narrative. Every archaeological discovery, every new deciphered text adds to our understanding. It is a testament to the enduring human drive to create, to build, and to organize. The very fact that these early urban centers existed at all is evidence of our species' remarkable capacity for innovation and collaboration. This historical journey reveals the roots of who we are today. As we uncover the secrets of these ancient metropolises, we are not just learning about the past, we are also informing our present and shaping our future. By understanding the challenges and triumphs of these pioneering societies, we can gain valuable insights into how to build more sustainable, equitable, and resilient cities for generations to come. Which ancient city that we discussed do you think handled these challenges the best? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this journey to explore the story of the world's first cities. I hope you found it informative and inspiring. It is truly remarkable that we can study and learn from those who came before us. What aspects of these ancient cities did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more historical explorations. The story of the first cities is more than just a historical account. It's a reminder of our shared human journey and the enduring power of innovation. From the fertile plains of Mesopotamia to the sophisticated streets of the Indus Valley, these early urban centers laid the groundwork for the complex and interconnected world we inhabit today. Their legacy continues to shape our lives, reminding us of the power of collaboration, ingenuity, and the human spirit.